Greetings, colleagues, and welcome to another exciting episode of the 4 Business English Rundown, the channel where we unravel the complexities of business English. I'm Timothy Barrett, your host and guide on this journey to language mastery. Today, we're diving into the world of mastering meeting etiquette, a crucial skill for any professional navigating the global business landscape. Meetings, whether in person or virtual, are the lifeblood of business communication. They're where decisions are made, strategies are forged, and relationships are built. But to truly excel in these meetings, you need more than just the facts. You need to understand the subtle nuances of meeting etiquette. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it, your body language, and even your choice of attire. Mastering Meeting Etiquette, your guide to successful business meetings. The art of preparation. In the world of business, preparation is your passport to success, and it's the very foundation of impeccable meeting etiquette. Just as a marathon runner wouldn't dare hit the track without their trusted running shoes, entering a meeting without proper preparation can lead to stumbles and falls. But what does meticulous preparation for a meeting entail? Let's dive deeper into this essential aspect. Research is key. Before you even step into the conference room or log into that video call, arm yourself with knowledge. Research the meeting agenda thoroughly. Understand the goals, objectives, and expected outcomes. Knowing what's on the agenda helps you mentally prepare and ensures that you can actively contribute to the discussion. Know your role. Every participant in a meeting has a specific role to play. Are you there as an observer, a contributor, or perhaps a decision maker? Clarify your role in advance. And if you're unsure, don't hesitate to ask. This clarity ensures that you can align your contributions with your role, helping the meeting run smoothly. Prepare to contribute effectively. Being prepared isn't just about passive participation, it's about actively engaging in the discussion. Consider the points you want to raise, questions you need to ask, or contributions you plan to make. Jot down these thoughts if it helps. It's important to prepare in advance. Whether you're writing it down or just thinking in your mind, having a thought experiment or a conversation about it, but think, how would I phrase that question? Try to anticipate different questions that you might have. Or if you're the speaker, anticipate different questions that you might get asked. And by thinking about that and preparing these phrases in advance, and I'm not saying you necessarily have to write down every question or memorize them. Even if it's just a thought experiment in your mind, you're going to be a lot more familiar with that language when the meeting comes around. And you're going to be a lot more confident. Documentation and materials. Ensure you have all the necessary documents and materials at your fingertips. This might include reports, presentations, or supporting data. Being organized and having these materials ready to share demonstrates professionalism and saves valuable meeting time. You don't want to be the one during the meeting fumbling around looking for something. If you can anticipate that something might be useful, you want to have it at your fingertips, know where it is, and be ready to pull it out or reference it. Time management. Finally, respect everyone's time by managing your own efficiently. Start and end the meeting on time and stick to the schedule. Your punctuality and time management skills will be noticed and appreciated. For example, if you're given 5 minutes to talk or 15 minutes to talk, take 5 minutes or 15 or even less, but don't take 10 minutes if you're only asked to speak for 5 minutes. Don't take 30 minutes if you're only given 15. Respect other people's time. And it is also important, don't be late. If they can't have the meeting without you and you show up 5 or 15 minutes late, everybody is just waiting for you to begin. Or they might begin without you, and that might have other problems as well. So make sure that you are on time. Remember, colleagues, in the realm of meeting etiquette, preparation is your secret weapon. It's not only boosts your confidence, but also ensures that your contributions are meaningful and valuable. As Benjamin Franklin once said, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on meeting preparation. What are your go-to preparation strategies? How do you prepare for meetings? Share your insights in the comments below, and let's learn from each other. This is the first time here. Don't forget to conquer that like button and hit the subscribe bell so you never miss our valuable content. Punctuality pays. In the global landscape of business, the clock is a formidable adversary. Time is quite literally money, and nowhere is this more evident than in the world of meetings. Punctuality, therefore, isn't just a courtesy, it's a fundamental sign of respect for your colleagues and the value of their time. Arriving on time, a universal sign of respect. Whether you find yourself in the bustling streets of New York City or the serene boardrooms of Tokyo, the importance of arriving on time for a meeting remains constant. This universal business etiquette reflects your commitment, professionalism, and regard for your colleagues. Strategies for dealing with unexpected delays. While we all strive for punctuality, sometimes unexpected delays happen and are unavoidable. In such cases, it's vital to communicate promptly and professionally. If you foresee a delay, reach out to the meeting organizer or your colleagues as soon as possible. Apologize for the inconvenience and provide a realistic estimated time of arrival. The polite way to notify others. In the digital age, notifying others of your delay has never been easier. A quick email, text message, or a message via your team's preferred communication platform suffices. Keep it concise, express your apologies, and if possible, offer an alternative solution. If you're unsure about the appropriate platform, don't hesitate to ask your colleagues for their preference. Consider the impact of delay. It's essential to understand that your delays can have a cascading effect on the meeting's agenda and participants. By being transparent and proactive in your communication, you demonstrate accountability and help minimize disruptions. A few minutes early is right on time. In many cultures, arriving a few minutes early is considered on time. This buffer ensures you're ready to start the meeting promptly and allows for a smooth transition into the agenda. Plus, it provides an opportunity for some informal networking and relationship building, a practice highly valued in many business cultures. Remember, punctuality isn't merely adhering to the clock. It's about respecting the time, commitments, and expectations of your colleagues. By mastering the art of punctuality, you not only create a positive impression, but also contribute to more efficient and respectful business interactions. Dressing the part. In the realm of business meetings, the way you dress is a nonverbal communicator of immense significance. The phrase, dress for the job you want, not the job you have, couldn't be more fitting. Dressing appropriately for a business meeting goes beyond mere aesthetics. It's a declaration of professionalism, respect, and cultural awareness. The power of business attire. Your choice of attire can profoundly impact the impression you make during a meeting. It's essential to align your clothing with the expectations of the business culture you're engaging with. Here are some considerations. Understanding cultural variations. In the globalized business landscape, you might find yourself in meetings with colleagues from diverse cultural backgrounds. What's considered appropriate attire can vary widely. For example, while formal business suits are the norm in many Western countries, more relaxed attire might be acceptable in certain tech firms. In fact, if you wear a business suit to a lot of high-tech companies, you might be out of place. Researching the cultural norms of your counterparts is essential to avoid any unintentional breaches of etiquette. Dress codes and company culture. Beyond culture, it's crucial to consider the specific dress code of your organization. Some companies have formal dress codes that require suits and ties, while others adopt a more casual approach. Understanding your company's culture and the expectations for each meeting is vital. And also consider, are you meeting people from outside your company? If so, you might want to dress a little bit more formally if that is appropriate. The message your clothing sends. Your clothing communicates messages about your personality, competence, and professionalism. A well-tailored suit exudes confidence and attention to detail. Conversely, arriving underdressed may give the impression of indifference or disrespect. Consider your attire as a visual representation of your commitment to the meeting's importance. In the context of business meetings, dressing the part isn't about following fashion trends or adhering to a rigid dress code. It's about making conscious choices that reflect your respect for the meeting, your understanding of cultural nuances, and your professionalism. Your clothing should support your message, not distract from it. If you found this video helpful so far, please consider giving a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button below. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest content, ensuring you'll never miss out on valuable tips and insights for enhancing your business English skills. I value your input and want to tailor future videos to your specific needs. Are there particular topics you'd like to cover in upcoming videos? Do you have areas of difficulty or questions related to business English that you'd like to address? I'm here to help you conquer your language challenges, so please don't hesitate to comment below with any suggestions, questions, or feedback. Your input is invaluable in shaping the content that we create, and I look forward to hearing from you. The art of small talk. In the realm of business meetings, the art of small talk is akin to the warm-up exercises an athlete performs before a game. It might seem inconsequential, but it plays a vital role in setting the tone and building connections. Mastering the seemingly casual conversation is not just about filling the silence. It's about forging relationships, gaining insights, and creating an environment of comfort and camaraderie. The significance of small talk. Small talk serves several critical functions. 1. Relationship building. Before diving into the nitty-gritty of business matters, small talk provides a valuable opportunity to connect on a personal level. It humanizes you in the eyes of your colleagues, clients, or partners. By showing genuine interest in their well-being, you lay the foundation for trust and rapport. 2. Icebreaker. Small talk is the icebreaker that eases the transition from casual chatter to the formal meeting agenda. It helps everyone involved to shift gears from their daily routines and distractions to the matters at hand. 3. Information gathering. During these seemingly casual conversations, you can often glean valuable information. Whether it's learning about someone's recent vacation or hearing about their upcoming projects, these tidbits can be leveraged to make your decisions more relevant and engaging. Navigating small talk. Navigating small talk effectively requires a balance between being engaging and respectful. Here are some tips. 1. Start with the universal. Initiating conversations about universal topics like the weather or current events can be a safe bet. These subjects are relatable to most people and can serve as a conversation starter. 2. Listen actively. Small talk isn't just about talking, it's equally about listening. Show genuine interest in what others are saying. Ask open-ended questions that encourage them to share more. 3. Find common ground. Look for shared interests or experiences, whether it's love for a particular cuisine, a recent business trip, or a mutual acquaintance. Finding common ground can deepen the connection. 4. Keep it light. While personal topics can be part of small talk, it's essential to keep the conversation light and positive. Avoid controversial subjects or delving too deeply into personal matters, especially if you've just met the person. 5. Transition gracefully. When it's time to transition from small talk to the formal meeting, do so gracefully. You can use cues like checking the time or expressing enthusiasm about the upcoming discussion. Remember, the art of small talk is about making others feel valued and comfortable in your presence. It's a skill that can set you apart in the world of business meetings, making you not only a professional, but also a pleasant colleague. Navigating the meeting itself. Now that you've mastered the preparatory steps, punctuality, attire, and small talk, it's time to dive into the heart of meeting etiquette, how you conduct yourself during the meeting itself. This is where your professionalism truly shines and where your communication skills can make a substantial impact. The power of active listening. One of the cornerstones of successful meetings is active listening. It goes beyond merely hearing what others are saying. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, processing their message, and providing feedback or responses that demonstrate your understanding. Here are some tips for active listening. 1. Maintain eye contact. This nonverbal cue shows the speaker that you're focused on them in their message. It's a universal sign of attentiveness. 2. Avoid interrupting. Allow the speaker to finish their thoughts before responding. Interrupting can be perceived as impolite and can disrupt the flow of the discussion. 3. Use nonverbal cues. Nodding or using facial expressions to show agreement or understanding can encourage the speaker to continue. 4. Use clarifying questions. If something is unclear, it's perfectly acceptable to ask for clarification. It demonstrates your commitment to understanding the topic. The art of concise speaking. Concise speaking is a skill that not only respects others' times, but also ensures your message is clear and impactful. Avoid rambling or going off topic. Get to the point and use simple, straightforward language. I'm sure we've all been in a meeting that should have been 10 or 15 minutes, but ended up being 45 minutes or an hour because people talked about something that maybe wasn't that important, or they spent 10 minutes talking about something that should have taken 2 or 3 minutes. Don't be that person. Strategies for graceful disagreement. Disagreements are a natural part of business discussions. The key is to express differing opinions respectfully. Use phrases like, I see your point, but, or I respectfully disagree because, to convey your stance without causing friction. This can be especially difficult when English isn't your native language or you're dealing with people from different cultures. In some cultures, it's important not to be confrontational. But in other cultures, if you're not confrontational, they might not think that you actually disagree. So you have to be confrontational, or you have to make it clear that you disagree, that you think this is a bad idea, or whatever the problem is. So take that into consideration. The role of technology. In today's digital age, meetings often involve technology. Whether it's video conferencing or screen sharing, understanding the basics of these tools is crucial. Remember to mute your microphone when not speaking to avoid background noise, and practice sharing your screen beforehand to ensure a seamless presentation. I'm sure we've all been on a conference call and we had to wait 5 or 10 minutes because somebody didn't know how to share their PowerPoint or share a document or what have you. And it's very frustrating to wait as they try to figure it out or somebody else tries to guide them through the process. And if you're the speaker that's going to have to share that, make sure you have a dry run. Go through it once before. Maybe you can have a quick video call with a colleague using the platform, the system that you're going to have to use later, and just go through it once. Make sure that you can share your screen or whatever you have to do during the presentation, during the meeting, so that you're not doing it for the first time during the actual meeting. Mastering the conduct of meetings involves striking a balance between active participation and respectful listening. It's a skill set that not only contributes to productive meetings, but also elevates your professional image. In our modern business landscape, where virtual meetings are increasingly common, these skills are more valuable than ever. The art of the follow-up. Congratulations, you've navigated the meeting itself with finesse. But as any seasoned professional knows, the true mark of meeting etiquette excellence lies in what happens after the meeting concludes. This is the phase where you solidify relationships, demonstrate your commitment to shared goals, and keep the momentum generated in the meeting alive. Sending thank you notes. One of the most overlooked yet impactful aspects of post-meeting etiquette is sending thank you notes. It's a simple gesture that can leave a lasting impression. Here's how to do it effectively. 1. Promptness is key. Send your thank you notes promptly, ideally within 24 hours of the meeting. Or if you're at a conference or something like that, within 1 or 2 or 3 days after the conference. This shows that you value the time and contribution of others. 2. Personalization. Personalize your notes. Mention specific points from the meeting or something you appreciate about the individual's contributions. Generic thank you notes lack authenticity. If you can remind them of a conversation you had or something that you discussed, then they're much more likely to remember you and to remember you in the future. 3. Email or handwritten. Of course, traditionally, these notes would be handwritten, but in the 21st century, I would say now they would almost always be by email. So when I say a thank you note, I really mean just a quick email, setting up that maybe it was nice to meet them, you enjoyed the discussion about X, and you look forward to seeing them in the future, or good luck with the whatever project they're working on, something like that. And it's a good way to form that connection that you made at the meeting or at the conference, and hopefully setting the stage to keep that connection going in the future. And of course, if you did discuss doing something together, whether it's meeting for lunch, doing some networking, or maybe discussing a business opportunity, then make sure you follow up with that as well. Fulfilling action items. During the meeting, action items and responsibilities are often assigned, whether it's preparing a report, conducting research, or taking on a specific task. Fulfilling these commitments promptly demonstrates reliability. Here's a tip. Create a to-do list immediately after the meeting to track your action items. You don't want to show up at the next meeting and get asked about something that you completely forgot for the last month. You want to make sure that it gets done well before the meeting. Staying connected. Maintaining connections with meeting participants is an often overlooked aspect of follow-up. Don't let these valuable relationships fade away until the next meeting. This can be especially effective when you're talking about maybe a business conference or a networking event where you may or may not see that person again, but you want to kind of build that relationship. Consider the strategies like these. 1. LinkedIn connections. If you're not already connected on LinkedIn, send connection requests to meeting participants. It's a professional way to stay in touch. And almost everybody just accepts connections on LinkedIn, so don't be shy about it. 2. Periodic check-ins. Reach out periodically to provide updates on the progress of action items or share relevant industry news. This keeps your connections engaged and informed. 3. Gratitude for collaboration. Express gratitude for their collaboration in the meeting and emphasize your interest in future collaborations. This can be done through casual conversations or email exchanges. Mastering the art of follow-up ensures that relationships and goals established in the meeting continue to flourish. It demonstrates your commitment to the success of shared endeavors and fosters a professional image of reliability and collaboration. In conclusion, mastering meeting etiquette is not just about adhering to a set of rules. It's about creating an environment where ideas flow freely, respect bounds, and business thrives. Remember that the way you conduct yourself in meetings reflects on your professionalism and competence. So, colleagues, I encourage you to apply these principles in your next meeting. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content from the 4 Business English Rundown. If you have specific topics you'd like to cover or areas that you find challenging, let me know in the comments below. That's it for today's video, but let's keep the learning going by watching this next video.